Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 24th of Jan 2024 and to be honest guys, there is not much movement so far as the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is concerned. Now the price of Bitcoin is marginally pumped up but not by a lot, and also if you look at the fear and greed index, right now it is at neutral at 50, so ideally it is perfect time to go out and buy a lot of Bitcoins. Now listen guys, in the world of cryptocurrency, Arthur Hayes is definitely a well-known figure and he's actually published an article called as Yellen or Talkin', and he has made some wild prediction that the price of Bitcoin will actually go down below the $35,000 mark. As a matter of fact guys, he's actually stating that the price of Bitcoin will be around the $30,000 to $35,000 mark. Now listen guys, regarding price predictions, I've always said that all price predictions are 100% right 50% of the time, but in today's episode, I'll definitely go ahead and give his reasoning as to why he thinks that is, and to be honest guys, I really genuinely like his reasoning, so I'll definitely go ahead and share my thoughts and opinion on his article. Now listen guys, 2024 is all about US elections in US, and President Donald Trump looks like he's on a winning trend, not just in New Hampshire, but also in the world of cryptocurrency as well, and looks like he's made over $1 million in the world of NFTs and meme coin, so I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that news. Now look guys, regulations can definitely have a massive impact on the cryptocurrency, blockchain and even shitcoins as well. And the CFTC, that is the Commodities Futures of Trading Commission, they have actually gone ahead and charged a digital asset platform called as DXB. Now listen guys, if you look at the reasoning, it is absolutely scary and comical as well, cause looks like they were using romance scam tactics and they actually defrauded investors for $2.3 million. Absolutely scary and funny at the same time. And guys, finally we have some update regarding a mixer called as Tornado Cash, and in 2024 the developers will be going ahead for a trial as well, but looks like the community definitely wants to go ahead and help them. So in today's episode I'll definitely go and discuss what is going on so far as Tornado Cash, and there's kind of like a moment going on right now that is Free Pertsev Storm, who are kind of like the developers for this project, so we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that. But look guys, the positive news is the community has raised over $200,000 in order to go ahead and fight against them, so definitely some positive news, or at least support from the cryptocurrency world. And guys, like we do in every Crypto and Coffee at 8 podcast, I'm going to be discussing two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. But what is a bit sad and strange guys, is that in UAE, I'm absolutely not seeing any news pertaining to Bitcoin, cryptocurrency and blockchain protocols at all. And this is despite news regarding spot Bitcoin ETF, which has actually pumped up the price of Bitcoin, isn't it? Unfortunately guys, when I try to find information, I'm seeing absolutely no news. But at the same time, the positive news is, I'm definitely seeing quite a lot of news in the world of artificial intelligence. So both the news guys that I'm going to be talking about has purely to do with artificial intelligence. And the first news guys is something which I did actually cover previously, that is to do with MIS, that is MoMA Information System, and the news essentially is that Saudi's MIS, that is AI MoMA Information System, is investing $5 million in OpenAI Inc. So I'll definitely go ahead and share that news. And the second news guys is a massive news which has to do with the capital of UAE, that is Abu Dhabi, and the UAE's president has actually issued law establishing Artificial Intelligence and Advanced Technology Council, and this news guys is actually published by Abu Dhabi Media Office, which is the official government body publishing the news, so definitely powerful news. So quite a lot to cover guys in the world of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence as well. So let's kick start with it right away. Welcome to the Crypto and Coffee at 8, the daily podcast that keeps you up to date on all latest developments in the world of cryptocurrencies, blockchain and NFTs. Join us Monday to Friday as we kick off your day with a cup of coffee and a deep dive into the exciting and rapidly evolving world of digital assets. We'll cover the latest news and trends in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, as well as delve into the growing world of NFTs or non-fungible tokens and metaverse. Plus, we'll keep you updated on the latest developments from Dubai, UAE and the wider Middle East region. Whether you're a seasoned crypto enthusiast or just getting started, Crypto and Coffee at 8 has something for you. Our expert host will provide insight and analysis on the most important topics in the industry and help you stay up to date on the latest developments. We'll bring you interviews with leading figures in the crypto and blockchain space and explore the ways in which these technologies are changing the world around us, from the impact on traditional financial systems to the potential for revolutionizing industries and transforming societies. We'll cover it all on Crypto and Coffee at 8. So tune in and join us for a daily dose of Crypto and Coffee at 8, and let's stay ahead of the curve together. We'll start your day off right with the most important news and insights from the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the metaverse, and help you navigate this exciting and rapidly evolving landscape. In Crypto and Coffee at 8, the daily podcast covers the latest developments in the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the metaverse. We'll also bring you updates on the latest news from Dubai, UAE and wider Middle East region. This also includes a range of topics such as developments in the local and blockchain industry, including new projects and initiatives, regulatory updates, and policies related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region, local and regional events and conferences focused on crypto and blockchain, interviews with leading figures in Dubai, UAE and Middle East crypto and blockchain community, coverage of any significant news or events related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region. By covering these local and regional developments, in addition to the wider world of cryptocurrency and blockchain, Crypto and Coffee at 8 aims to provide a comprehensive overview of the industry and its impact on the Dubai, UAE and Middle East region. Now before we kickstart today's episode, I have an important message, so check this out. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE, so definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing. Go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet.
And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers two hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below.
Now guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now since the last 24 hours guys, there is not much movement so far as the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is concerned, but there is a massive movement so far as decentralized exchange is concerned. And one metric guys which I always tend to look at is decentralized to centralized exchange dominance. And for some odd reason guys, on Wednesdays the number picks up pace. I really am not sure what is going on either on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on those numbers. But let's start by looking at the global cryptocurrency market, because as of now guys it is at $1.55 trillion. But since the last 24 hours it is marginally down by 0.43%. If you look at the total cryptocurrency market volume guys since the last 24 hours, it is at $74.69 billion. And since the last 24 hours it is up by 13.15%. If you look at the volume on DeFi guys, it is not looking good at all. It is at $5.81 billion. And DeFi is accounting for 7.78% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. And guys, if you look at the total value locked, it is at $54.43 billion, with Lido still dominating at $20.97 billion. Now look guys, so far as artificial intelligence is concerned, I really am looking forward for an artificial intelligence project that definitely dominates the DeFi sector. And hopefully in 3 to 5 years, rather than having Lido, hopefully we may have a project which is fully created by artificial intelligence, backed by artificial intelligence, and the entire operations is done by artificial intelligence as well. I wouldn't be surprised if it does actually happen before 3 to 5 years as well. Now guys, if you look at decentralized to centralized exchange dominance, it is at 20.44%. And I've said this thing in the past guys, in order to get a good understanding, if the world is ready for decentralized exchanges, ideally the number should be around the 40 to 60% mark. To be honest guys, based on my experience, I wouldn't be surprised if it does take at least a decade's time or maybe even more for this number to touch the 40 to 60% mark. Now guys, let me very quickly run through the volume of decentralized exchanges, because the volume of Uniswap is a little shy of $2 billion. As of now it is at $1.97 billion. PancakeSwap is number second, definitely more than $500 million mark at $560.74 million. Core Finance is at number third with $341.79 million. Radium Gas is at number fourth at $257.29 million, and Orca at $244.84 million. And what I'm going to be doing guys is, I'm going to go ahead and give out my explanation on what Orca is, who the founders are, and general understanding of what Orca is. Now guys, let's quickly run through the volume of stablecoins, because the volume is $68.31 billion, and stablecoins as of today, the 24th of January, is accounting for 91.46% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. And out of the $68.31 billion, Tether USDT is accounting for $50.45 billion, Circle USDC at $7.11 billion, and finally Tron USD guys at $117 million. Now listen guys, so far as artificial intelligence is concerned, apart from the DeFi world, I really am curious to check if artificial intelligence does take over stablecoins as well. So listen to my idea guys, I would really want a project to be completely created by artificial intelligence. They create a stable coin, absolutely nothing to do with human interference, and they actually go ahead and manage the pegging of it to US dollar, or maybe the Great British Pound, or maybe even Satoshis or Bitcoin. That would definitely mean we are living in a futuristic world, isn't it? I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest guys, if that thing does actually happen, let's say 3 to 5 years from now. Now guys, let's quickly run through the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now Bitcoin's market cap guys is well below the $800 billion mark. It is at $783 billion, whereas Ethereum's market cap is well below the $300 billion mark at $268 billion. Now guys, let me very quickly run through the 24-hour volume of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, Bitcoin's 24-hour volume is only at $28.6 billion, whereas Ethereum's is little over 50% of that of Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume at $15.14 billion. Now, the dominance of Bitcoin has picked up pace, and as of now, it is at 50.40%, whereas Ethereum's dominance has gone down to 17.30%. And look, guys, this is what did actually happen when the official announcement was done by US Security and Exchange Commission regarding the approval of spot Bitcoin ETF. Bitcoin's dominance did actually go down, but Ethereum's dominance for the next few days did actually pump up, and the reason is pretty simple, guys. People are expecting an approval of spot Ethereum ETF, which most likely could actually happen by May, so definitely keep an eye on news regarding spot Ethereum ETF as well. Now let me very quickly run through the market cap of stablecoins, because Tether's market cap, guys, does seem extremely high, and I'm really worried, to be honest. It is at $94.85 billion, definitely a massive anomaly. And look, guys, I've always said this, the biggest black swan event in the cryptocurrency world, maybe even in the finance and monetary world, might just be Tether USDT. I really am hoping that thing does not happen, because if Tether USDT were to go belly up, the damage and the impact might just be 25 times more than Terra Luna and FTX's damage as well. Now let's look at the stablecoin with the second highest market cap, and that is Circle USDC, and its market cap is $25.64 billion. DAI by MakerDAO is at $5.35 billion. True USD, guys, is at $1.87 billion, and finally FragShare at $746 million. Now look, guys, unfortunately, so far stablecoins is concerned, a little over a year ago, Binance BUSD's volume was definitely dominating, isn't it? Unfortunately, because of regulations, they have decided to shut down the operations, and this is unfortunately the power of government, politicians, and regulations. Now, guys, before we look at the king of all kings, let me run through a protocol called Orca, which I tend to cover pretty much every day in my Crypto and Coffee Date podcast, and it has to do with DeFi. And Orca, guys, did actually start small with just 2 builders working in Tokyo. So let me go ahead and share what this project is, because Orca is now structured as a decentralized autonomous organization, or DAO, meaning it operates in a decentralized way without a central authority, and decisions about the platform are collectively done by a DAO council. And the token holders, guys, of Orca, who own Orca tokens, have the power to participate in decision-making process, and they can propose ideas, discuss them, and vote on proposals that influence Orca's development and operations. And guys, listen, Orca is known for its trading, and Orca provides a platform for users to trade tokens, and this can be done quickly at low cost, making it accessible for a wide range of users. And they also have something called as Fair Price Indicator, which is essentially a tool that helps users trade with confidence, providing information about the fairness of the current token prices. And guys, they have something called as clam pools with a double M. And Orca uses clam pools, which are designed to ensure low slippage during trades. And slippage, guys, essentially is the difference between the expected price of a trade and the price at which it is executed. And lower slippage is generally preferred, as it provides more predictable and favorable trading experiences, isn't it? And guys, so far as liquidity is concerned, liquidity providers in Orca play a crucial role in these pools, and they can create and manage pools using a straightforward interface, allowing them to contribute to the liquidity through various SLP tokens on the Solana blockchain. And guys, so far as token launch and permissionless pools are concerned, Orca creates token launches by allowing asset listers to create permissionless pools. This means, guys, that those launching new tokens have flexibility in choosing which SLP tokens on the Solana blockchain can participate in these pools, providing a more and open customizable token launch experience. And so far as building and integration is concerned, developers or so-called builders can tap into Orca's efficient liquidity on the Solana blockchain. They can use Orca's open source smart contracts and software development kits, which have undergone double audits for security and reliability. And many project guys are integrating with Orca, showcasing its popularity and acceptance within the developer community. So essentially, guys, in summary, Orca has actually evolved from a small team to an entire DAO that is decentralized autonomous organization, and they offer a unique platform for trading, providing liquidity solutions, supporting token launch, attracting developers so they can build on the infrastructure. And look, guys, so far as DeFi is concerned, it is definitely the top 5 decentralized exchange, so definitely promising protocol. Now, guys, let's look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. Now, the price of Bitcoin has marginally pumped up since the last 24 hours, and it has barely crossed the $40,000 mark, guys. As of now, it is at $40,013, and since the last 24 hours, it is up by 2.59%. and since the last 7 days, it is down by 6.49%. And guys, listen, I'm going to be discussing some price predictions regarding Arthur Hayes, and let's see if his predictions regarding the price of Bitcoin does eventually turn out to be true. Now, so far as the price of Ethereum is concerned, it is at $2,241. Since the last 24 hours though, it is down by 0.36%. Since the last 7 days, it is down by 12.10%. Binance BNB Coin, guys, the price is below the $300 mark, and since the last 24 hours, it is down by 0.35%, and since the last 7 days, it is down by 5.34%. Now look guys, I've always said this when it comes to price predictions, all price predictions are 100% right, 50% of the time. Now Arthur Hayes has actually published an article, and the article is titled Yellen or Talking, and clearly guys, he's taken a jab at Janet Yellen, who's the Treasury Secretary, and what he's actually stated in the article is that US Treasury Secretary Bad Girl Janet Yellen and her Sim Kirk Towel Boy, Federal Reserve Board Chairperson Jerome Powell, oscillates between decisive action and vague talking points, and his price prediction, guys, for Bitcoin is between $30,000 and $35,000. Now what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, in the show notes below, I've gone ahead and put a Substack channel, definitely worth subscribing into. Now let me go ahead and very briefly run through what he's actually saying, because Arthur Hayes, guys, is actually discussing the actions and statements of US Secretary Janet Yellen and Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, and what he's talking about is Yellen's move, guys. And in the article, he's stating that Yellen has shifted the US Treasury borrowing to short-term Treasury bills, and they have injected around $1 trillion into global financial markets. And because of this news, guys, Jerome Powell did put out a statement, and Powell initially assured tight monetary policies, but later hinted at potential rate cuts in 2024 and tapering quantitative tightening, also called as QT. Now regarding Bitcoin, guys, what he's actually stated is that Bitcoin's decline from $48,000 to $40,000 is seen as a cautionary sign, possibly indicating concerns about the future monetary policies. Now I partly agree to it, but partly disagree to it as well, because look guys, there are external factors not necessarily to do with US that could actually impact the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as well, isn't it? There might be some news in Europe, probably in the Middle East, that will completely derail everything that he's saying. Now what I did like that he mentioned in the article is something to do with Bank Term Funding Program, also called as BTFP, and now the anticipates that BTFP might not be renewed, leading to potential issues for non-too-big-to-fail banks. Now listen guys, last year we did see quite a lot of banks going completely belly up, and some of them completely went bankrupt in a matter of 24 to 48 hours as well. And I very specifically remember Balaji Srinivasan did have a hefty bet on that as well, isn't it? But he decided to close down the bet well earlier than its intention deadline. And so far as the impact of financial markets is concerned, the article states that the S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100 did reach an all-time high, but Bitcoin's decline in rising 2-year treasury yields suggests potential challenges. And he also talks about USD liquidity and risk assets. And in the article, he is saying that despite a $1.2 trillion reduction in federal balance sheet, risk assets are pumping due to relatively high levels of dollar liquidity. And finally, guys, he's also discussing some challenges for so-called non-too-big-to-fail banks, and now the highlights instances where Janet Yellen and Jerome Powell had to act to prevent crisis for them, emphasizing the fragility of the financial system. Now, towards the later part of the article, he's also talking about inflation and political landscape, and he's actually expressing the unequal distribution of wealth, inflation concerns, and the impact of US politics and elections, so definitely worth reading into. And he also discussed some bits and elements regarding shipping challenges, and look guys, geopolitical and weather-related issues, including the closure of several ports, have definitely affected the global shipping, and this could potentially lead to increased inflation as well. And keeping all these things, guys, I'm pretty much sure these news will definitely have an impact on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And guys, he's also touched base on Houthis' drone attack, which is more to do with unfortunate chaos that is going on in the Middle East. And according to the article, guys, asymmetric warfare by the Yemen Houthis using inexpensive drones pose challenges for US Navy and may impact shipping through the Red Sea. I 100% agree to it. Now listen guys, because of that news, the US government has reacted as well, and now that does actually predict that the US government may struggle to address the situation effectively, leading to potential economic consequences. And he also discussed inflation pressures, and the closing of major shipping routes and increased shipping cost could contribute to inflation in the third and fourth quarter of this year. To be honest guys, I definitely like this article,
And he also talks about how the market is going to anticipate all these news, and according to him, the market may anticipate rate cuts, quantitative tightening tapering, and possibly a return to quantitative easing in March. Now, will that thing happen, guys? I kind of agree to him, but look, guys, knowing the notorious history of US politicians, particularly from the left side, I wouldn't be surprised if they go and inject more money or create new money. So the big question, guys, is what is Bitcoin's role? And in the article, he stressed that Bitcoin's behavior is seen as an indicator for changing dollar liquidity, with the cryptocurrency potentially reacting before traditional financial markets. And he talks about tactical trading strategy, and now outlines the trading strategy, including purchase put options on Bitcoin and adjusting positions in other cryptocurrencies based on the market developments. And listen, guys, Janet Yellen's potential move is also discussed, and what he's actually suggesting is that Janet Yellen's upcoming quarterly refunding announcement may provide insights into additional liquidity measures impacting the market dynamics. Now listen, guys, so far as Janet Yellen's news is concerned, and so far as Federal Reserve Board's information is concerned, what I'd really recommend you to do is go to the Federal Reserve Board website, and more importantly, guys, go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics website, and that would give all information regarding inflation. Now look, guys, based on all these things, he does actually predict that the price of Bitcoin could actually go below the $35,000 mark, and he's actually expressing that the price of Bitcoin could be somewhere between the $30,000 to $35,000 mark. But listen, guys, I hate to say it, as much as I love reading this article, all price predictions are 100% right 50% of the time. Now, so far as this article is concerned, guys, towards the end, he does actually state that he plans to monitor Yellen's actions and adjust investments accordingly, emphasizing a focus on crypto assets as indicators of market sentiment. So what I'd really recommend you to do is, guys, definitely go ahead and subscribe to his Substack, because he does provide quite a lot of information. Now, guys, let's discuss some news, and that is to do with President Donald Trump, and looks like he's on a winning spree. And last night, guys, he did actually win in New Hampshire as well. Now, this news has to do with cryptocurrency, and what happened is that Arkham did actually publish a report that has to do with President Donald Trump's wallet, and a wallet labeled with Donald Trump's name contains over $1 million worth of Trump meme coins. Now, it's important to note, guys, that the issuance of Trump tokens is not directly associated with President Trump himself. However, some individuals are using these tokens as a speculative investment linked to the ongoing presidential campaign, and the information by Arkham shows that a few $100,000 worth of meme tokens, that is Trump, sent to President Donald Trump labeled crypto wallet is now worth $1 million, and there are screenshots, guys, where people actually purchased these tokens for $246,000, and they have profited by well over $1 million. Definitely great news. Now, guys, let's discuss some news, and that is to do with notorious platform called as DBX. I really am not sure how to pronounce it, but DBX is spelled as D for David, E for Elephant, B for Bravo, I for India, E for Elephant, and X for X-ray. And the news, guys, is the Commodity Future Trading Commission, also called as CFTC, has charged the digital asset platform with fraud for using a romance scam tactic to defraud investors of $2.3 million, and the CFTC is alleging that DBX actually cultivated relationship with potential customers, lied to gain their trust, and convinced them to open and fund trading accounts. Now listen, guys, some of my friends, they tend to use Tinder, they tend to use other dating apps, and what they have actually said is they get a couple of matches, and as and when they try to build a relationship with them, they actually go and ask them to open a trading account, which does not make any sense, and looks like not just this platform, I'm pretty much sure other platforms will be doing a similar strategy as well. Definitely funny and scary news. Now, guys, let's discuss some news regarding Tornado Cash. Now listen, guys, roughly around 2 years ago, Tornado Cash was actually sanctioned by OFAC, that is the Office of Foreign Asset Control, and guys, the OFAC essentially is a financial intelligence and enforcement agency of the US Department of Justice. And guys, what happened is on 8th of August 2022, OFAC sanctioned Tornado Cash, naming it as a specially designated national, also called as SDN, and they added Tornado Cash along with numerous Ethereum and USD coin wallet addresses associated with the services to the SDN list. And look, guys, some of the developers were immediately arrested as well. And guys, when this news did actually break out, I did actually have an interview with Anish Muhammad, who's one of the experts so far as cryptography is concerned, so please feel free to go and check out that episode, because we delved into privacy, we looked at different mixing protocols, and what the future of privacy is. So essentially, guys, at a macro level, looks like this is a threat towards privacy. And some of the developers, guys, they will actually be under trial, and the trial will actually take place in 2024. Now, so far as this news is concerned, guys, there is a massive movement going on right now called as Free Pertsev Storm, and developers from Donated Cash are preparing to confront charges related to money laundering in both Netherlands as well as the United States of America. And in anticipation of the upcoming trials, an activist group has initiated a fundraising campaign to support the developers' defense, and the result of these legal proceedings are expected to carry significant implications, guys, for the realm of open source and Web3 development. Now, Daily Coin, guys, has provided a very great summary, so I definitely urge you to read that article. And what the article states is that the fundraiser is built to last for a month up until February 22nd, and at the time of the writing of the article, the group has already raised over $200,000, including 87.18 Ethereum, which is worth around $192,000, and they did that on Juicebox, and over $16,000 were raised on GoFundMe as well. And guys, the amount has been raised through WeWantJusticeDAO.org, but right now it is currently not available. And this whole moment, guys, Free Pertsev Storm estimates that the developers would need somewhere between $90,000 and $100,000 monthly to cover their legal fees. And guys, a fundraiser comes roughly 2 months before Petrev's trial, which is going to start on March 26th. And Storm's trial, guys, is going to start on the 23rd of September. And Roman Sevner, the other indicated founder, remains at large. So it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, what the outcome to this is. And look, guys, if the Republicans, the right-wing ideologies are in charge, I'm pretty much sure they would be set free. But if left-leaning ideologies, left-leaning politicians, and if the jury members are left-leaning, I'm pretty much sure it's going to be a bad time for them. So those were the news, guys, on the Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and blockchain world. Now let's look at two news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. And both the news, guys, this time has to do with artificial intelligence and pretty much nothing to do from the blockchain, cryptocurrency, Web3 world. So let me go ahead and discuss the first news. That is to do with Saudi Arabia's AI platform called as Mormor Information System, and they are investing $5 million in OpenAI Inc. And the investment, guys, was made through a private stock sale round of OpenAI shares tender offer. An MR statement on Toddle Bose reveals the investment in OpenAI, and the investment values OpenAI at $86 billion. Now, this deal, guys, was advised by Decisive Capital Management, which is based in Geneva, Switzerland, and MIS, that is Mormor Information System, aims to capitalize on the growth opportunities in the AI field. And guys, the MIS board of directors earlier approved a decision to allocate 40 million reals, which I believe was roughly around $10.7 million, for an investment portfolio and intended for investing in international AI companies. And guys, MIS takes a strategic approach to tap into expanding AI sector. And so far as OpenAI is concerned, it is recognized as a leading global AI company, isn't it? And OpenAI, guys, as we know, is renowned for its work in large language models, also called as LLM. And OpenAI's ChatGPT is a notable example of its innovation contribution. And look, guys, I use ChatGPT pretty much every day, and it does save me at least 2 to 3 hours. Now, if you're not using ChatGPT, or really I'm not sure what you're doing. Now, so far as this news is concerned, OpenAI's pioneering work has redefined natural learning and understanding, and the $5 million investment by Mormor Investment System solidifies its position as a stakeholder in OpenAI, and they see potential in the AI market and aims to benefit through a strategic investment. And guys, the investment aligns with Mormor Information System's broader strategy to diversify and explore growth avenues, and the announcement underscores the increasing importance of artificial intelligence in global business strategies. And guys, Decisive Capital Management's involvement does add an additional layer to the investment deal, isn't it? So definitely positive news. Now, guys, let's look at second news, and this is a massive breaking news from the capital of United Arab Emirates, that is Abu Dhabi. And the UAE president did actually issue a law establishing Artificial Intelligence and Advanced Technology Council. So let me go ahead and share this news. So the United Arab Emirates president, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, in his role as a ruler of Abu Dhabi, issued a law establishing the Artificial Intelligence and Advanced Technology Council, also called as AIATC. And guys, the AIATC is tasked with developing and implementing policies and strategies for AI and advanced technologies in Abu Dhabi. And the council, guys, will focus on research, infrastructure, and investment in the field of artificial intelligence. And a resolution by Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan led to appointment of the members of the AIATC. And Sheikh Khalid bin Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan is appointed as the vice chairman of the AIATC. And guys, other members of the AIATC includes Khaldun Khalifa Al Mubarak, Jassim Mohammed Bu Al Taba, Al Zabi, Faisal Abdulaziz Al Banai, and Mr. Peng Zhao as well, and Ghazi AIADC's establishment underscores a belief in the importance of technological leadership for the future economy, and the Council Ghazi is mandated to collaborate with local and global partners to enhance Abu Dhabi's status in artificial intelligence and advanced technology. And Ghazi Abu Dhabi's strategy is aligned to position the Emirate as a global hub for investment partnership, isn't it? And this talent in the AI sector is definitely seen as a positive move. And Ghazi AIADC's creation reflects the visionary leadership of Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and Sheikh Mohammed, guys, emphasizes the significance of sectors like AI for the future, and he's actually directing the establishment of the council to drive progress. Now listen, guys, artificial intelligence is definitely here to stay, and the AIADC will contribute to the development and prosperity of Abu Dhabi's post-hydrocarbon economy, and the council will play a crucial role in shaping the Emirates' technological landscape. And guys, listen, Abu Dhabi's focus on artificial intelligence and advanced technology aims at global trends and advancements, and the AIADC signifies a commitment to staying at the forefront of the technological innovation. And guys, collaboration with local and global partners does strongly emphasize the importance of a global perspective so far as AI development is concerned, isn't it? And the establishment of AIADC does reflect a strategic move to secure a leading position in the evolving landscape of artificial intelligence and advanced technology as well. So definitely a very promising move. So those were the news, guys, from Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, blockchain, and artificial intelligence world. And guys, in case if you have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my other website Area 2071 that talks everything about metaverse. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So let's kick start with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. I have a question by Sasha who asks, how is UAE so far as meme conference is concerned? Well, listen, Sasha, I've been getting similar questions for almost the last 3 days, and so far as UAE is concerned, UAE definitely jumps on the bandwagon really quickly. Now, so far as meme cons in particular is concerned, I'm pretty much sure there were so many fake news, so many scam projects when the whole meme-con frenzy kicked in. And I do remember there were so many meetups. As a matter of fact, there are currently so many meetups actually taking place in Dubai. And I can honestly say 99.99% of the tech founders, the CEOs and CTOs absolutely have no clue of what they're talking about. They're just going ahead and having these events in order to go ahead and attract investors. And they tend to use some really high-tech words. And to be honest, Ash, I'm really surprised that investors do actually fall for them. Now, so far as your specific questions regarding meme cons is concerned, there are definitely quite a lot of investors who have actually gone ahead and purchased quite a lot of Dogecoin, quite a lot of Shiba Inu, and quite a lot of other meme coins as well. And look, Dubai is a vibrant city, and a lot of celebrities and influencers, they definitely have a second or third or fourth home in Dubai. And using Dubai as a platform in particular, they have gone ahead and attracted quite a lot of lucrative investments, but so far as the technology aspect is concerned, I hate to say it, Sasha, a lot of them are really not qualified, definitely not know the ins and outs so far as blockchain technology or even NFTs is concerned. And Dubai in particularly, Sasha, they're definitely adaptable to new technologies. Now, one thing I do have to admire so far as the government is concerned, and based on my interactions, they're definitely extremely well qualified. And the Dubai police in particular, they did go and launch 2 sets of NFTs, and both of them have turned out to be completely great. And both of them, if I'm not mistaken, were completely free of cost. And I remember UAE also launched some of the stamps so far as NFTs are concerned. Now, so far as meme cons is concerned, I'm yet to see any mainstream project coming out from UAE. But what I've noticed is a lot of these so-called meme con projects, they definitely pick up pace. They get a lot of investments, and then they completely disappear, and the website completely disappears as well. And that is the trend which I've observed, mostly in Dubai and not necessarily in other Emirates. Now lately, Sasha, I'm seeing quite a lot of news
regarding sustainability, and a lot of the blockchain, cryptocurrency, and so-called Web3 platforms are kind of getting associated with that, and according to me, they definitely don't have any room so far as blockchain technology is concerned. That is one trend which I'm observing. So definitely a unique question. And that's about all, guys, on the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my other website area2071.com that talks everything about metaverse. And guys, remember, Monday to Thursdays 8 am to 8:30 am we have Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. And how the series of episodes under Crypto and Coffee at 8 works is, we usually cover some top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE and Middle East and the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.